You've got yourself in the middle of another. We'll get away from the racing thing because it sounds like you've fully got that under control. You've got yourself in the middle of another intense situation here with Dana White's bull. Tell me how this happened. How do you get yourself into riding the baddest bull? Did you ride bulls? Had you had too many Budweisers? And when you committed to this, how did this happen?
Well, yeah, I rode bulls back in high school. So, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. God, when was high school? Yeah, 2000 I graduated. So, 14 years ago, I used to ride bulls. I haven't even thought about or considered it since. I put the kids camp on every single year. So I'm doing the ride to raise money for kids camp. It's kind of how it all unfolded. And I thought, why not give Dana? At the time, I didn't realize it was the baddest bull. Only 3 people have actually covered his bull. And I kind of got my foot in my mouth, but now I got to just go do it, hold on, and let her have. So we'll see. I've been practicing a lot. The practice bulls at which I'm getting on now are nothing compared to the actual bull I'm going to go ride. Just trying to practice, do what I can. I'm actually going to Dallas tomorrow to head over to JB Mooney's and get on some bulls. So we'll see.
So is this like when you used to fight, Dana has a big say in how much you practice so that he knows that you're going to not go out there and kill yourself and to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do? Did you guys have to come to some sort of agreement on how much you would practice, or is he just like, all right, you idiot, you're going to ride this bull and you can prepare if you want, and either way, the show's going to happen?
Yeah, exactly. That's how it went. But he's like, oh wow, he's actually taking it serious and going to ride it. But I legitimately want to go ride it. I don't want to just go get on it 1 second later get bucked up. I want to go put the boots to some bitch and give it. So we'll see.
Well, as usual, I guess more power to you because you're a braver man. You're a braver man than most. But as we talk about Dana White, he's been a big part of your life throughout your whole fighting career and the things that you have done. Talk us through how Dana has helped you through your fighting career. I mean, we've been with you. Just for those that don't know, Donald was our first client at Kevin Harvick Management. We Tap Out brought Donald to Texas Motor Speedway, and we became friends and went to watch him fight. And that's really was the birth of Kevin Harvick Management when Donald came to us and said, "Hey, will you manage me?" And from that point, we've helped him through everything that he's done. But being a part of that on the KHI side, we've learned that Dana White is very involved with the fighters and everything that you guys do. So how was he? Tell us how he was instrumental and some of your best Dana White stories from things that you had to work through in order to get a fight, or something that happened that everybody will think is something that would be fun to know.
Well, for one, being a professional athlete, there are a lot of rules at which you can't do. Like, you can't go horseback riding, you can't go skiing, there's a lot of things that they don't allow you to do once you sign a contract committed to a fight that you could possibly go get injured. But he never made those apply to me. He'd always be like, come on, kid, just don't. I know you're going to do it, don't get hurt. So I never had the rules, what I could and couldn't do. He never told me yes or no. He never told me don't take that fight. He's always very supportive. Like, this is what you want to do, we'll get you as many fights as you want. And just later in my career, he started like pulling me back. Like, man, let's slow down a little bit. Let's think about retirement. I got this racing organization I just bought. Let's kind of shift you over to that. So he's kind of segued my life, helping me with the raving and, man, just financially through my whole career and even now today. So the guy does a lot for me. A lot of people talk crap about him and tell him, oh, he just doesn't pay the fighters enough. And my answer to them is, you got to go create yourself a name. Like be like Sugar Shane O'Malley is right now. You want to make money, become that. Become that guy and you make the money. You become the Cowboy Cerrone, you make that money. Other than that, they're not just going to pay you to not move the needle and make the money. So I think I made him money through the career, so he always helped me out.
What was one of the times that Dana was like, "Hey, man, you probably don't need to be fighting," or a fight that you were injured during camp? And because for us, we were always in the dark as the management company. We never knew with you where you stood, because what did you always tell us?
Well, neither did he.
Yeah, there's a difference between, my favorite cowboy saying is there's a difference between being hurt and injured. So what the hell does that mean? So please explain to me what that means now that you're done fighting.
Well, if you're injured, you can't fight. If you're just hurt, you can figure it out. And I always tell everyone that pain in my knee or that pain in my shoulder or that pain in my rib, it's a long way away from my heart. So I would always just fight through it and figure out a way to get it done.
What was the one where you shouldn't have fought?
Connor.
Connor. Were you hurt?
Yeah. Hurt and just mentally wasn't ready for that. I just was done, didn't want to be there. And yeah, so that one probably shouldn't have happened. Probably there's a couple of them along the way that I probably shouldn't have never done. And some I took and ended up winning and was like, oh, see, we're fine. And I probably never should have went in there with the injury that I had. But it's fighting, it's how we get paid, and hell, I had things to buy.
That's right. Yeah, and I think we all kind of live by that motto with whatever we do, and you do what you do until there's just that ultimate moment where it sticks out and says, hey, we can't do it anymore. I think as you mentioned that Connor fight, I was there that night, and your walkouts were always pretty amazing and intense, and the crowd was always into them. What's that feeling like when you walk out of that tunnel and you're walking out in the crowd? Are you just completely pumped up, or you think that you're going to die? What's that feeling like walking out to that ring?
For one, it's the coolest feeling in the whole world. It's got to be what like a musician feels like when he's rocking a concert, and the place goes absolutely bananas when they call your name. You walk out, and yeah, you're scared to death, but you're faking it till you make it. You're letting everyone think you got this. You're cool, no problem. So you fake it till you make it, till you get out there in the first couple punches. Once they ring the bell, it's go time. But there's also been times I'm like, yeah, let's go, ring that bell. Like I couldn't wait to get into the cage. Sometimes I just was like, man, it's the longest walk in history to that cage because you don't want to be there. So it's such a weird dynamic. Some days you're 100% in, you'll fight anybody. And some days you're like, man, why am I doing this? So trying to find the days that you're 100%, are far and far in between. So you always prepared to beat someone on your worst, and that was the secret success for me, was trying to figure out how I could perform the best at my worst and go out there and just get it done.
Hey, race fans, thanks for watching our video. For all NASCAR on Fox News content and the best clips from Fox Sports, be sure to follow and subscribe to our channel.